And welcome back to another video. So this is early morning, this is my fish room. It's been 6 months since I've set up all these tanks, so I think there are 12 2-footers and 3 3-footers on that rack there, all connected to a 6-foot sump. So we're going to go through each individual tank, tell you what's in there. Lots have changed, as it does in a fish room. Let's get started. And I was going to do just the 12 tanks on that system, which is the L number system. But I thought, while we're here, I'll do these 12 tanks as well, which are the Corydoras system. A lot has changed. I think it's been about 6 months, maybe 7 or 8 months since I've set those up. I'd have to look at my video. At least 6 months, and I'm pretty sure these ones are about 4 months old or so. Still tons and tons of Corydoras in here. I've currently stopped breeding them. They still lay eggs. The eggs end up in the sump. There is lots of weird fish in that sump. I thought I'll quickly go through what is in the tanks. So it'll be on the screen as well, what fish are in what tank. This tank here, I won't worry about too much about the names of the Corydoras. So if you know them, you can comment down below. If you want to know them, just timestamp and I'll get back to you. As he just got spooked, I have my wild caught Oscar way at the back. Yes, I have an Oscar in with Corydoras, but he's only tiny. Hopefully I'll have some beef footage of him on the screen. Tiger Oscar, a little group of awesome cories. These are long-nosed cories. If you want the scientific name, just comment down below. We have an emerald green brooches cats in here and another species of cories, and apparently a few rainbow fish as well. Not too sure why I have a trio of rainbows, but dwarf craycox rainbows or neon rainbows. I have lots of different pandas in here. I think there's only pandas in here. There's longfins and commons. Again, some rainbow fish at the back, and what seems to be a rogue geophagus. I'm not too sure how that geophagus got in there, but I have geophagus everywhere in my other tanks. What else have we got in here? We've got a few mixed cories in here. Those cool little cichlids that I'm growing up, which will breed soon as well. Some very cool cories in here. Longfin albinos as well. Mixed tank of who knows what is in here. It's just random bits and pieces. A few cories that I got with missing fins and stuff. Yeah, apparently there's a pair of rams in there. I'm not too sure why there's a pair of rams. There is some humpheads in that log. Well, ceramic loggy thing. And a few other random assorted things, like one... Yeah, okay, I have no idea why there is a Raspora in there, but there's a Raspora and some, yeah, black emperor tetras and a guppy or two. Moving along, we have still a few little baby cories that I didn't take out of there. I have the gold lasers in there somewhere, hiding all at the back. In this tank, we have a mixed batch of whatever babies have survived and passed around and all that through all the other tanks. Very cool cories in here. So these are Similis, which are a lovely blue color. Nice fish. More cories in there. Everyone will know what they are, and if you're not too sure, you can just comment on the video. And some very cool cories in there. I should have probably fixed the algae, but there's no bristlenose or anything in that one. But that is the basic cory system. This is the L number system. Oh, this is fun. So a lot has changed in the last 6 months or so. I have sand on the bottom of them. I have a few too many fish in some tanks, not enough fish in the other tanks. It did work. I had lots of baby L numbers, mostly just triple threes, which are pretty fish, but a few different variations with those. My whiptails, who there are 2 girls there fighting, and we might as well do this tank first. So these are the royal whiptails. I did have a pair, but I got another couple of girls from someone, so thank you, Hank, for the girls. Still, I think my boy is a dud. He just doesn't want to breed with them. No idea why, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I do have an L600 growing up in there, and that's from another mate. Thank you, Derek. So I have another 2 extra L600s. There's fish everywhere. Moving on, this tank here, I have some L397s. You can just see the tail of that one under the log. There's some more in there. There is another L600 in here. Lemon blue-eyed bristlenose, which are related to your common bristlenose, but slightly different again. In this tank, I have long-nosed whiptails. There's a couple right at the back. There is about 10 billion shrimp. I have no idea why there are so many shrimp. I had a shrimp population explosion. They've gone through the sump. It's like the rice fish all over again, but with shrimp. So they're all everywhere at the moment. But I have a couple of different types of common whiptails as well. I've been trying to separate them between these 2 tanks. So I have 2 different species in this tank with tons of shrimp again. So every time I can figure out which is which, I'm separating them into this tank. So there's 2 different species of common whips. So back it down here, that is a lovely fish. Look at that fish. Hello. Didn't answer me back, but that's okay. This tank we have yet another lemon bristlenose. They're everywhere. I'm sort of using them to eat algae because the L numbers in here don't eat algae. There are some albino triple freeze somewhere in the back. Can't even see one of them. I might have some footage later on this. I might not. So if you see footage on the screen, congratulations, but they are super, super shy fish. There's one really fancy L triple free in there as well. And again, thousands of shrimp. Yeah, I have no idea why the shrimp don't survive in there, but they don't. But the shrimp survive in here. And I'm guessing these guys eat the shrimp because there's no shrimp in here. This is another colony of triple freeze that I've bred for a while. A few of the ones down the bottom you'll see in a second are from this batch. I'm just letting them do their thing at the moment. So down this messy tank, and it is pretty messy, we have some really cool endless live bearers. Tons of females, tons of babies. The males have white tails. It looks kind of blue in the light, but that's a blue LED going, but they have white tails. How freaking lovely are they? So I want to grow up some of those. I had nowhere to put them, so they've kind of been dumped in with some baby L triple freeze, which you can't even see, but they're in the logs and stuff. This tank here, we have lots of bristlenose. So there's just super red bristlenose. There are lots of babies somewhere at the back. So if you're watching this, Hank, I will have some babies for you soon. They just had a couple of batches, so I'm going to just grow them up in this tank. There is one on the glass right there. There's another one. There's a whole heap at the back. So yes, finally sorting them out. In this tank, we have another colony of triple freeze. Very hard to see, but there's a little bit of footage on the screen. I did put some food in, but I've only just got home and they're not interested yet. So be it. There's some very cool shrimp in this tank. So it looks like orange Neocaridina. Yeah, so the orange ones are surviving in here for some reason, and a really cool pleco at the back. I wonder if we can lure him over and you can see him on this camera. Oh, will we upset him? Check that out. Can you see that? That is a nice, is it L201? So snowball pleco. Oh, and look at the shrimp. Look at your little shrimp buddy. Shrimp's gone. That is a lovely fish. I'm sorry for disturbing you, but it was worth it so we can see you. Check out that shrimp. That is a very nice orange shrimp. Moving along. This is another nightmare tank. We have baby cichlids. I have so many baby fish, it's not funny. All the tanks around the other side are packed with baby fish because we got back into breeding fish, didn't we? So these had to go somewhere. They got dumped in here. There are more baby fish in here. There is a snail. We're trying to get rid of most of the snails. They'll eat the snail. So the baby fish in here are geophagus. So on the screen now, if you can see that, I'm sure you can because it's on the screen. That is one of the female gold dust geophagus. They are mouth brooders, so they have their babies in their mouth for about 3 or 4 weeks before they release them. So this is just getting them out of the mouth before they release them in the main tank and get eaten by all the other fish. So in the wild, they'll find a nice secured place. In captivity, they kind of don't have a nice secure place unless there's no other fish in the tank. But that is where the babies come from. And then they will sit there with their little egg yolks for a couple of days before they're free swimming, and then we'll pop them in a tank. In the next tank along, we have more really nice L triple freeze. So they don't look like L triple freeze, but they are. They have a weird pattern to them, more yellow than white. There's a huge variation with them, but they're pretty awesome. They look almost like flash plecos, which is another species, but these are triple freeze. What can I say? They are super, super cool fish. And there's a couple of better fish in here as well. So that was pretty much what is in there at the moment. These 6 tanks and these 6 tanks on the sump down the bottom are also connected, like the Corydoras system is separate. So these are also connected to these tanks, which are free footers, but just custom size free footers. So in this tank, I think I have a whole heap of peppermints that I've had for 100 years. There is one L600 lurking around in there as well. In the tank down below, there are a lot of fish in this tank. So I've given up taking babies out, but oh, there's another snail. Taking the snails out, and it goes. In this tank we have countless albino bristlenose. I'm just letting them do their thing, feeding them in the tank, growing them up, and then bring them into the shop. Yeah, usually I separate them and put them in other tanks, but we are completely out of room. The tank down below is just got some long fins. So long fin albino bristlenose, I think there's a regular one or two somewhere in there hiding as well. But that is what is in this system. So if you want videos like this about just basically what are in the tanks and stuff like that, comment down below or click the thumbs up so I know, and I'll try and make more videos. But that is the 6-month update of what has happened with my L number tank system. Not a lot. I need more tanks, I need more time. I need to sort out the power because it's freezing cold where we are at the moment. And yeah, I have 1200 watts of titanium heat going, and it is still struggling to keep it warm because this is sort of semi outside, not insulated. You know, all the stuff you don't supposed to do when you have tropical fish. Yay! Anyway, what we will do is jump to the catfish feeding, because I just fed the catfish with a big frozen mullet, and we will see you in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch the original build, it is that one there, so click that. If you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful, click that. If you don't want to subscribe, click the thumbs up. Thank you very much. We will see you in the next video.